Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MC Small Talk. I'm Joey Bender here with Kenzie McCarter,
Hey.
local musician out of Mifflin County. A lot of you probably know her, but you're going to get to know her more now. We're going to talk like music and Mifflin County specialties as we always do. So we're going to get started. What got you started in music, the
Well,
industry?
honestly, I was never good at anything else, I like to say. Like, I tried soccer, I tried field hockey. My parents are big on sports.
Yeah.
My dad was a soccer player in college, and he coached it then at Lewistown, and my mom was captain of her volleyball team and her basketball team. So, I didn't really fit in with that. And so, when I was 4 years old, I was at preschool and I was very shy. I used to cry every day because I missed my mom. Then the Christmas show came up and I said like, I want to do a solo. I want to do a solo. And the teacher was like, there's no way this girl is going to get up there and do a solo. She cries every day. She is so shy. But I actually did. I went up and I sang Deck the Halls in front of everyone, and I just feel like it started then. Like, that was my passion. It was just the best thing for me and I loved it.
um, who are your main inspirations in music?
That is so hard to answer. I honestly
Like
get into
locally
so
and
much music.
just
I mean, Chris Rubel has been a big part of my life. He
yeah.
gave me vocal lessons, really got me started. He lets me open up for him a lot, which definitely gave me some places where I could network and start. So I really appreciate what he did for me. But then, obviously, I kind of started in country music. When I was little, it was Taylor Swift all the
Yeah,
way. I
yeah.
mean, that's kind of every girl's like favorite artist. But from there, it grew into more Carrie Underwood and Luke Bryan. But like today, where I am, I just pull from so many different places. I'm a big fan of like Fleetwood Mac and Amy Winehouse. But then I do get into like your favorite sometime, Wiz. I do like him.
For real?
Yeah, I honestly
That's
do.
sweet.
Only a couple songs.
Yeah,
Only
like
a couple songs. But
where he
like
sings.
what?
Like when he's singing.
Yeah,
Instead
exactly.
of like actually
Like
rapping.
mostly the popular ones. Like I like Hopeless Romantic and stuff. Like I can
Oh,
get
yeah,
into
that's
that
vibey.
and like
I like that.
different stuff. But then especially like Maren Morris and just like some of the new country artists that I really feel like push the bar between pop and country, which is really where I find myself into.
What about some Florida Georgia Line?
Oh yeah, all the way.
I like
All the
Florida
way, I
Georgia
do.
Line. I
I
like
do.
Luke Bryan. Um, so Chris Rubel was the main inspiration around here. Talk more of does he still help you out or?
Yeah, he does. I love opening for him. Like, his crowd is very loyal to him, and, like, over the years, they've gotten to know me, too, and come out. One of my favorite places to play with him, he actually takes me over to Lock Haven on the floating stage every summer for
Really?
the Lock Haven Summer Concert Series, and
That's
it's
cool.
right there on the river, and it's so insane, because, you have the pontoons that line up on the other side,
Yeah.
people sitting on the steps there, and I just love that, because if you sing a really good song, they'll like honk their horns and really get into it. And I love it. I love every bit of it. I love the performing aspect and making people feel entertained.
Um, you said you have producers. Do you have multiple producers or?
My last album was produced by Johnny X and Ryan Carter. They kind of
Okay,
did
yeah.
it together. Johnny X kind of was the overseer, but Ryan helped a lot too. So they're the ones that I work with, and they did an excellent job. Like, I went into it a little nervous because I wasn't really sure what to expect and what I really thought it would be like, but it turned out to be the best thing possible. I like to call them the musical assholes. We all just have the same kind of sense of humor. We'll sit there and poke fun at each other, and
Yeah.
it's good energy.
Um, you got a new album coming out?
Well, I'm working on it. I met with a couple weeks back, and we kind of sat down, played all the songs. Originally, I just wanted to do 2 to 3 songs, only do a digital release, because
Yeah.
the last one, like, I actually had a hard copy, and then it was 6 original songs. And so I kind of wanted to go more 2 to 3 songs, save a little money, just do it digital, maybe put a music video together with it too.
That'd be sweet.
And kind of go from there. But I came in, I played like the 7 or 8 songs that I thought were my favorite, and they were like, oh man, we might have to do 3 to 4. And I was like, oh man, there goes my money.
Yeah, talk about like putting music out on Apple and Spotify and your opinion on it.
It's honestly, for me personally, putting my music out there was terrifying to an extent,
Yeah.
because you're afraid of like the rejection that you might get. But everyone was super supportive of it. But as far as Apple Music and Spotify and like SoundCloud go, I honestly did not get into them until this year. I refused. Like, I've always just bought my music off of iTunes refuse to do any of those sites because it genuinely rips the artist off. Like, I don't make any money through Spotify when people download my songs and stuff, and unless you're a big artist, you're not making it. But I got it for last Christmas, Spotify membership for the full year, and I fell in love with it because you get to listen to so many different things. There's so many different, like, genres that it really got me into because I no longer had to spend my money on it. I could just explore everything, and I really think that it's helped me grow as an artist overall.
So what's next coming for you with the music industry? Other than an album, I mean, performing?
I mean, honestly, just looking ahead, like, there's always gigs coming up. I play over in State College at Cafe 210 West a lot with the Jarrah Mangan Band. They have me over there a lot for their sets, which is always a good time. But looking ahead is just going to be college and trying to break in and keep working and working and working, and from there I just kind of want to explore and see if I can get into bigger venues and have my own band and really just get to fully put myself out there.
Where are you going to college?
It's still up in the air. I've seen a lot. I visited NYU, Belmont University, Coastal Carolina, Syracuse University, and Middle Tennessee, and then Point Park in Pittsburgh.
So you're going to go to college for, like, some sort of major in music?
It's going to be, I think, music business.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if it's going to be a great fit because it focuses more on the side of producing, which I'm not really sure if I want.
Yeah.
So I might kind of do a minor more in music and focus on the marketing side of things and the management. I do kind of like a music management degree. I checked out Point Park, like I said, and the college itself isn't a good fit, but I love the major.
Yeah.
It has, it's called, like, sports, entertainment, arts, and music management, and obviously the sports management wouldn't happen on my part.
Yeah.
Or even the arts, but the entertainment and marketing, like, I love that part of it, and it really, like, had a huge emphasis on social media, which I think's really cool. Like, I'd love to just run a page for an artist or something if I couldn't be the one performing myself.
That's like a dream of mine.
Oh my gosh,
I'm going for marketing.
So cool.
I think that's sweet, and I love social media. I mean, we started this up, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's something you definitely add to your resume, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's what I truthfully love about it. I feel like it really gives you an aspect, and I love the psychology behind it, like how certain things grab people's eyes. So I kind of want to focus on that side of it and work on my music on the side and just keep breaking in.
Well, Point Park, that's, like, known for that stuff, right? I think my gram told me that. Like, it's a good university, so.
Yeah, not the place for me. I wasn't overly a fan of, like, the layout of it.
Is it in, like, Pittsburgh?
It's right in Pittsburgh. It's kind of weird. It's, like, super old buildings. Like, one they bought from a hotel, and I felt like the dorm rooms made me feel like I was in a prison. So I was like, this isn't, that ain't it. It's not happening.
That ain't it. Talk about, you performed at Riverfest multiple times, right?
Yeah, definitely. I do that every year. I won in 2014, I want to say, when I was 13 years old. So I won then, and then from there, Chris, who has taken over it now, always brings me back to kind of do a song at the end and just get people pumped up for whoever's going to win, and the talent there is just so amazing every year. But this past year when I performed, I actually got to do it with my friend Avery Haubrick. He played guitar for me, and he writes with me a lot. He's an amazing guitarist, and it was really cool that, like, we both kind of got to be up there and sing.
The Mifflin County usually produces a big crowd, right? I think I would.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So talk about just the pride you have for...
I absolutely love it. Like, one of my favorite gigs is I have 4. One would be Lock Haven.
Okay.
One would be Penn State Stawn at the Bryce Jordan Center. I played that twice. That's insane. Cafe 210 West, but then the Mifflin County 4-H Fair. Like, it's insane singing there because it's all these people you know, and they all come out to support you. And as an artist, that means a lot that they're not putting you down because of your success, what I feel like a lot of people do sometimes. They just totally rally behind you. Like, Mifflin County loves to see their own people have success.
I'd be nervous,
insane.
like, just in front of people I know. I think I'd rather go perform in front of...
No way. I mean, I do. Like, I don't overly get nervous unless I'm singing the national anthem.
Yeah.
But I don't get real nervous. But, like, that one I always get a little anxious because I'm like, these are people that if I mess up, like, my own song, they're gonna know. Like, they know my songs. They're gonna know, which is a little scary.
I listened to the EP. One song I remember is Carousel.
Carousel.
Yeah, talk about it.
Carousel is kind of an interesting song. It's one of the most personal songs that I would say was on the album, which was kind of neat that I got to put that out there. And to me, it was probably the happiest song on the album. Like, I write a lot of depressing songs, you know, I'm an emotional person, and yeah, I know, my number of times Kenzie cries her senior year chart hangs in the living room across
she
from
cries
us.
a lot.
Be like, let's see, 1 for August, 35 for September, which there's probably more, honestly, and then, 5 for October so far? I'm doing good.
That's the emotion part right there.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Definitely.
I mean, that's what produces the song. So.
Exactly. Definitely the emotion all the way, but Carousel was just such a great song, and it was actually the second single I got to release to radio, which made it even more special, and I just love writing and being able to put my words out there, and, you know, like, people Back to You, which was, like, the main song off the album, the first one I released, there were people that used that as their Instagram captions and literally tagged me. Like, it was so weird. I was like, oh my
sweet.
God, it was insane.
Wow, that's
I know, it was.
I'd like that.
It made me feel really weird, honestly, but I loved every minute of it.
I don't know. That's kind of weird, but I
Yeah.
like it too. Like, that's
just to see them pick out like which words meant the most to them,
Yeah, you can-
and to know that like
people relate.
you're the one who wrote them.
Yeah.
Like, that's the craziest part. Like, just knowing that I wrote that in a moment where I felt really down or I felt really happy, and the fact that someone else could relate to it, I think that's the most important part about music, the relatability.
How much have you improved since that EP to now?
I think I've just grown up a lot as far as writing goes. Like, I feel like there were a lot of lines that I loved. There were a lot of things that I loved about it. But now I feel like as an artist, you know, I have these, like, different influences that have really changed the way that I look at stuff. And, like, the more music that I open myself up to, the different kind of lyrics that I write. And I just feel like I've been through a lot more. Like, it's been a heck of a year for me. And just emotionally, mentally, and just physically, like, growing up and, like, doing different things, having different experiences. And that's really just made me improve as a person and a writer.
Have you collabed with anyone like around here, or are you
No,
just a
other
solo
than
person?
other than writing with Avery, like, I haven't really got the chance to do it yet.
Did you see the interview I did with like the MGOD guys?
Yeah, they've been talking to me about it.
I recommended you to them.
That's
honestly.
what he said. That's what he said.
Khalil, and because Khalil's a good singer, and I just think like you like as a chorus and them like rapping or whatever.
I've listened to some of their stuff since you guys interviewed them, and I was like, I don't know, I gotta get in on this.
Yeah,
like,
I think it could be
weird
big.
Halsey thing or something.
Yeah,
like,
I think you guys should
really
definitely link up.
I know. He keeps saying like you gotta come in, and then they don't give me a time, and I'm like, come on, guys, what are you doing?
Well, I'll work on that. I'll help you out. I'll help you out. I definitely will help you out. Let's start talking about the Mifflin County stuff outside of music. What are your favorite restaurants to eat, not perform? Because you do perform at restaurants.
Yeah, I do.
Like, when you're done, you get
I
grab
gotta
something to
say,
eat.
like, my favorite, like, Mifflin County restaurants has gotta be Smitty's. Like, they have the best
Smitty's
boneless wings.
Oh.
The best.
I love
all
boneless
the way.
wings from
Oh my
Smitty's.
God, yeah. And, like, the Wilderness.
Wilderness
love
is up there
that,
for me.
Love that, yeah, definitely. Those
JP
are two.
Edwards?
Yeah, I'm into that.
Wingman?
Soft pretzels all the way.
Soft pretzels?
Yeah, they're
From
soft
where?
pretzels. From JP's. Have you never had them?
No.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
He's a big soft pretzel fan.
Hey,
so.
they're good. They're good.
So he should look into that. But outside of music, is there anything you do? Maybe not, from the sounds of it.
Yeah, no,
I mean, you're a friends
I'm involved
person.
in a
Yeah.
lot, honestly. Like, I'm co-president of NHS, so that's kind of a big part
That's impressive.
of what I do as far as school goes. MCTV, I love media, which has really got me into, like, the marketing side of things.
Yeah.
Like, working on that. I'm an anchor for that and help out a lot. I'm actually, ironically, in charge of putting together the sports video for the athletic thing at the end of the year, and so that's been fun. No, I love it because it gives me a chance to really go out to all the games, record, support my friends, which is super, super important to me.
Noah made that video, right? Correct?
For the girls, yeah.
For the girls, yeah.
Oh, really?
So
yeah, I'm working on
he's
both
big
boys
time.
and girls. We're all putting it together. It's looking good. I mean, I don't want to say, but I'm calling it the best sports video so far.
Whoa. You can't do that. This guy puts together some great videos, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
talk about your homecoming experience. I know we just talked about it
Yeah.
before, but repeat that, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. I loved homecoming. Like, I feel like everyone always kind of, at least if you're an outgoing person, which I am, because I know a lot of my friends were like, oh, don't vote me on the court. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be involved. But I just love being able to kind of pep up the school like that. So I was really looking forward to the pep rally, which was one of my favorite parts. Getting to go out there with a shout out to Daryl for being my partner for that, and walking on sunshine with me, which was definitely a blast. Wearing the giant sun costume and kind of getting everyone going. It was funny. They all started chanting his name, and they're like, and I'm just kind of standing there like, hey, what about me, guys? Like, but that was definitely a blast. I love getting dressed up. I mean, that's just who I am. I feel like I can, show up to school in a pair of sweatpants and a sweatshirt, like the best of them. But I love getting dressed up, putting on my makeup, and doing my hair, which was definitely a blast. And just getting to walk across the field and standing there and kind of knowing that, like, this is something you've watched people do for so many years, it really just hits you emotionally. You're like, hey, this is, like, my last time. Like, next time I come, it's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
And I thought that was...
Homecoming, it was awesome. I don't know, I like getting the crowd, like, I like to
Yeah.
say, get the crowd up.
Oh
like,
my gosh, yeah, that was
I like
the same way.
I like to
And, like,
get people
just,
excited.
like, the student section, like,
Yeah.
at our games and stuff, it gets a little weak sometimes, but since we've
I
been
mean,
on a winning streak,
you
it's
guys have a
looking pretty
team to
good.
cheer for.
I
Like,
know,
we
yeah.
did. Like, the homecoming was more important than the games.
Exactly, it's been...
No offense to them. They know.
It's been pretty wild.
Yeah.
I definitely enjoy that. That's a huge aspect. Like, I'm in Spirit Club and Student Council, and I just
Yeah.
love all that kind of stuff.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time because, I mean, everyone deserves to have a good senior year, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Senior year, that's the year, but college that'll be fun at times too. Sometimes it's stressful, but...
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to college because I'm I'm a people person.
Yeah.
I like meeting new people and making new friends and stuff. And
I can't say the same about
Really?
college. Like, all my best friends are at Lockhaven, so...
Well, I mean, whatever works. Whatever
all
works.
of them, literally.
I just feel like it's going to be cool because we'll be coming from so many different walks of life, and, like, the friends that I have now will be able to introduce me to their friends, and
Yeah,
vice
that's
versa.
cool.
And, like, I know, like, my best friend Allie, like, she's still gonna be my maid of honor. Like, she'll still be there, but it'll be cool to get to meet new people and tell them about her and
Yeah.
our experiences.
Do you have a studio in here? I was
No.
just thinking that, like, so
No.
you don't record in here ever.
No, I actually, like, it's so weird, but everything that I write is always recorded on the voice memos of my phone, which is the weakest thing I think I can say as a singer and artist. Like, that makes me sound so fake, but yeah, everything's just my voice memos. There's tons and tons and tons voice memos, and all 6 of these notebooks filled.
All these have lyrics in them?
Oh my gosh, every single one. Sometimes there's only a page, like, if I just kind of flip through.
How many songs do you think you had?
I don't even know.
That's crazy.
I honestly have no
Once I
clue.
kick off my music career, we should link up and get a song together. You can
Oh,
be
yeah.
my ghostwriter. I'll just sing it.
Hey, whatever works. I
I'm
like
in,
it. I
like-
know, I do. I
would love to-
I love the writing.
I would love to be in. I just want to perform like as Wiz Khalifa, like his songs. Which, here I was gonna ask you, like, if we were to start a music festival in Mifflin County with all genres, all these people, would you be interested?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, we just gotta find a venue
Yeah.
and have it. I think that'd be sweet for just the county in general, and like,
I think it would bring so many people together.
yeah,
And I mean, like,
that's
with
what
the
we
way
need.
the world is today, we
Yeah.
just need brought together, and I feel like that'd be a really cool opportunity. You guys get on that. I
Yeah.
like that.
Well, I talked to the MGOD, and they're down. You're down.
Oh my gosh,
There's a
and
lot.
then, if we collaborate
Yeah.
right there, first time you hear it.
Yep, I could be like a cover artist for Wiz at the beginning before we get into like the big time people, and then
I
like
love
maybe eventually we can get some artists outside the county that are big
Mhm.
to come in. I think it'd be good, bring in money.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent in the county, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Could have a lot of guest stars and stuff.
I want to start that up. I think I'm a young
That'd be really
entrepreneur.
cool.
Like, I'm ready.
Hey, there you go.
Marketing,
Using
marketing.
using that college degree.
Yeah. But to end it, I'm gonna give you some names. Hopefully you like these people, but
Okay.
some of them you sing. So,
Okay.
but first, homecoming queen Skylar Chicolini.
Oh my god, I love her.
She's incredible.
seriously-
We need to get her on here.
Yeah, seriously, you guys do. I love Skylar. I actually have a ton of classes with her, AP Bio, AP Lit, but I've known her for a couple years. But AP Lit, it's funny. It's Miss Williams' class, and I sit like right here,
I
and
love
she
Miss
sits
Williams.
kind of across the way, like diagonally.
Yeah.
And like Mrs. Williams would come up a ton this year and just be like, you know, like, Skylar, when you're leaving for like Junior Olympics, like, this is what's going on. And every single time I would look at her across the aisle and I would go, you're so cool, I love you so much, because it's just so wild. And like the one day the day that she left, we were kind of just discussing it as a class, and I said, do you ever just sit and think about the fact we literally have an Olympic athlete sitting in our classroom right now, struggling through the same assignments we are? It's so weird. I love her. She's the best.
What about Cody Etter? I see you guys on Twitter.
My man.
He's funny.
Yeah, he is. I got to know him really well last year through media. He was in Media 3, but I started as a junior on air, which I did with Trent, anchoring in the mornings for the morning show. Yeah, definitely. And Cody Etter, what a guy. He actually, okay, so last year I had to park in the Highland parking lot because my birthday's in May, so I didn't get my license until November, so I was stuck down there, and you know, it started getting a little chilly, and I'm not a cold weather person. I'm really not.
There's some cold
and
weather.
I know, it's just not. That's why I'm like, maybe you shouldn't go to Syracuse, Kenzie. But Cody, the one day I came into the media room, and like I'm wearing this big coat, complaining about it because my shoes are all wet, and he goes, do you want me to just come and pick you up in the mornings? And I was like, if you can come do that, you will be my favorite person in here by far.
That's nice.
So every day until the end of the year, he would drive down to the Highland parking lot. First, he would drop Brian off at the high school, drive the whole way back down to the Highland parking lot, and then bring me back up.
I think I saw tweets about it or something.
Yeah, exactly. He used to, the one day, I hopped up in his truck, which is slightly dented because he backed into a telephone pole coming home from a county commissioner meeting. But it's a great story.
County commissioner.
We had too much fun there, but he was like getting in, and he was playing his random music. He always used to play like all this like really alternative stuff, which didn't make sense, but the one time he said, he's like, Kenzie, I'm doing this for you. We're having a country week. And he would play like Wagon Wheel and like all these bops. It was just so great. And
a little bit of Wagon Wheel.
The one day he got in and he handed me a hot chocolate, and he's like, this is for you. And I was like, oh my god. I'm like, did you seriously give me a Dunkin' hot chocolate? And he's like, please tell me you like hot chocolate, Brian. And I didn't know. And I was like, of course I do. And it was so funny. And at the end of the year, when it started getting warmer, he no longer came down and picked me up because he had a girlfriend he was taking to school then. So I was thrown by the wayside. I had to walk. But he came down the one day. I got out of my car. It was an awful morning for me, the extra emotions and stuff. Probably was crying or something. But I got out of my car and I heard this voice go, hey, you need a ride? And I turned around and both of them were standing there with a hot chocolate by his truck, and I seriously almost started to cry again because I was so happy. I mean, yeah, they're the best, honestly.
Hot chocolate on a cold morning.
Great family. Cody Etter, the man.
What about, she's from Mifflin County, but Zoe Dibry.
Love her. She's super sweet.
Why don't you guys get together?
I know. We actually said a couple years ago we wanted to do a duet. We wanted to do Something Bad by Carrie Underwood and Miranda Lambert because we figured that would be kind of cool to do.
Yeah.
And I got to know her just through Chris and Riverfest, which became River Valley Idol, and from there. And she's just such a sweet person. Like, I've never met somebody who's just so genuinely happy to like be alive and sing and just be around people. Like, she just has such great energy and she's so amazing. She's an amazing vocalist. I could go on and on about her. Plus, she's literally gorgeous. I love her.
What about there's probably a connection here. Brianna Naylor.
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Carter.
Stayed exactly.
In her mom, right?
Yeah, I haven't got the chance to, like, honestly become super close with her, but just over social media and stuff. Like, I kind of got the chance to know her a little bit there and through Ryan, and she's got so much sass and so much spunk, and I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm aware of that.
She's sweet. I like her.
But I guess thanks for letting us come to your crib to do this.
Thank you so much. And before you go, I have a little something for you guys. We got 2 car chargers with the Kenzie McCarter brand.
That is sick. Like,
and then
I'm gonna use
2 t-shirts. How about that?
I'm gonna put it on right now.
Yeah, and then you got the back too. Check it out.
I'll rep this so hard. Thank you so much.
Hey,
I appreciate
no problem. Thank you guys, and thanks for what you're doing for Mifflin County.
Yeah. we'll have to come see you sometime.
Yeah,
perform.
definitely.
I'm into like
Definitely.
live concerts.
Into some country music, some rock, some random stuff that I pull out.
You gotta like do a rap verse or something.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
But thanks for giving us your time.
Hey, thank you guys so much.
This has been a Happy Rod production.
For me?